In this video, I'm going to show you my top 4 picks for farming sparks fast in Uma Musume Pretty Derby. The game's been out for just over 2 weeks, so most of you are not going to have 3-star trainees unlocked, or at least not all of them unlocked. So I'm going to mainly stick to the 2-star and a lot of 1-stars here. So this is not going to be getting you the green sparks, which later on you'll want to deal with, but this is going to help you guys get to having 3-star sparks for each legacy. So you can get, like, you know, the full 6 3-star sparks. Then from there, it'll make it way easier to consistently farm out everything else. And so then as you do unlock more and more 3-star trainees, you'll have the full 6 3-star trainees to back them up to make their runs way easier. So that way you can get the ultimate version of the sparks eventually. And then on top of that, I also have coverage for front, sprint, mile, pace, medium, late, long, and turf, and dirt with these 4 picks, which will allow you to be able to get the sparks for those as well if you want to try to build them out even harder. The first trainee we're going to talk about is Winning Ticket. This is a really easy career. If you go to the career info, she has to place top 5 for the first 4 races, and then top 3 for the next ones, and then first on the last one. This is not the best in the list. This is not the easiest one out of all 4, but it's much easier than some of these other ones. There's some of these other ones where it'll be like, after just 3 races, you got to be first place in every single race, or it'll be something where the stamina check is really hard. So Winning Ticket, she gives coverage for the medium and long sparks, as well as pace and late, and obviously turf, which most of these will give, you know, a chance for the turf spark. Also, what's really good about her is she has plus 20% for power and plus 20% for stamina, which makes it very easy for her to get speed, stamina, and power all up to 600 when farming these sparks. So that way you have a 3 in 5 chance of getting one of the good sparks. And then from there, they're all above 600. Then you're going to get, you know, your 5% chance on each one of those to get 3, or 50% chance on each to get 2. So if you use her, getting a 2-star sparks of either speed, stamina, or power on average could only take 2 careers. Now, if you're unlucky, you could get wit, guts, wit, gut, and then stamina, and it take like 5. You know, it's all luck. But statistically, 50-50 chance of getting a 50-50 chance of 2 stars. So that's already a pretty good start. But she's really, really good for farming 3 stars if you grind it out. And since I have 4 picks, you'll have variety. You won't get bored either. But yeah, so medium, long, she covers that. Pace and late, she covers that. Then we have Sakura Bakushin, and she gives coverage for front and pace, sprint, and mile. The biggest thing here is front, because there's actually not a lot of characters who have easy career modes that have an A in front, which, you know, increases the odds of getting the front spark. So, and front is an amazing position. If you have a trainee who has the front style, from my experience at least, it seems to make you much more likely to win races as long as you have the stamina. But her career is fairly easy. It's not like, oh, so you got 5, and then this one, you don't even have to place in the second one. It's whatever. Then top 5, top 3, and then first place is after that. So her career is harder in general, but she has growth rate of 20% on speed, which makes it extremely easy to get overpowered early for her, to where she will just win all those races. And a lot of those races are like easy to win races. And so because of that, she's particularly good for farming sparks, where you get your speed up to 1100 and your power up to 600, because then all you have to do really is just train speed and you'll get enough power. So, like, you know, and if you do like 4 support cards for speed, 2 for power, then you're for sure like guaranteed to get 1100 of that and 600 power. Or you could try the 600, 600, 600, which would also be easy on her because she has the 20% in speed. So by the time you get 20% in speed, that gets your power up to like 250 or something, maybe 300. And then you just have a stamina card. So you have 3 speed cards, 3 stamina cards, and you should be able to fairly easy get her to 600 of each. Although she might struggle to win some of the last races depending on which way you're built based on luck by that point. But she's pretty good for farming out, again, stamina, power, and speed, which are the main PvP stats that you want to get sparks for. Not many people are using wit or gut sparks. But yeah, if you want to get the front spark, she's going to be a fast way to farm that, easy way to farm it, and also get the 3-star of a stat spark at the same time. Then we have Haru Urara, and she is really good at sprint combined with late and end. So her career is the easiest of them all. I made a video about this. You can basically exploit her in order to get early sparks. The reason for that is her career is so easy, it's just insane. So all you need is fans, so the pressure's not on. Is literally when you have a turn that's not good for training, you just run any race if that's available that's dirt, and then it's really easy to meet those objectives. Then you only have to place top 5 3 times, and then at the very end, you need 1 first place. And then the last goal, you can be in 16th place. You will be in 16th place unless you have like all sparks for long. But And so her career is the easiest career out of all the trainees, that, at least all the ones that I've been able to play with, because I'm not going to spend $1,000 like maybe 5 or 10% of you out there are going to do in order to get everything unlocked early. But yeah, so she is broken as can be for getting any stat or that you want, but while also getting sprint or mile or late or end or dirt if you need that spark. And the thing for her is that, so she is good for training power and guts, which is kind of not that great, but because her career is so easy, what I did from the exploit video, what I was explaining was you can just pick 6 of a stat and just run it over and over again. And now if you don't want to, burn through all your carrots and toughness potions and stuff in order to do more careers, then instead what you can do, I'd say the best thing for her is you get 6 speed cards as support cards, and then just train nothing but speed unless it's like 3 friendship levels or something else. And then by the time you get to the part of her career where she actually has to do anything, which is either top 5 or first place, whichever one. I think first place. I think by the time you reach that point, you should be guaranteed to have 1100 speed and 600 power, basically, by then. So then you could do that and then just lose the career and then just go over and over and over again and just try to hit all the G1 races that she can do in the hopes that you get some good white sparks as well at the same time. And so it's a pretty good compromise, an easy way to get a 3-star of anything. I mean, she could do guts, wit, whatever, because to get 600, her career is so easy, it's 25 turns to get to the 5,000 fans. By that point, if you have 6 of any card, you can get it to 600 before having to do a single race that can actually end your career. And it's optional. You could because you could accidentally win that race, but since it's a fans one, you just skip it and then the career ends. So you can literally just train 6 wit cards, get wit to 600 end, wit to 600 end, wit to 600 end, and that's if you get wit, then it's a 50-50 chance to get 2-star, 5% for 3-star. So yeah, but the catch is, obviously for a legacy you need 3 characters, and she can only fill 1 grandparent slot for each of them. So she can cover 2 of your 6 legacies with 3 stars, and that's probably the fastest way to get that early game, to get 3-star of a stat for 2 different grandparents. But you still got to fill in with one of the other ones I'm talking about. And then finally, for the 4th one, it's a 2-star, so most of you will have it, but not everybody's guaranteed to have it, depending on how far along you are on free-to-play. And obviously, if you pay to win, then you're going to have it. And that is vodka. So for her, she's actually in the middle. She does mile and medium races, and so she gives coverage for that, and then pace and late. So in her career, she has placed top 5, top 5, top 5, top 5, top 3. Doesn't matter how you place, top 3, then top 2, and top 1, which is a fairly easy lineup for a career. It's basically just nothing but top 5. The only checkpoint is basically this top 3 right here. Because after that, it's placed in any position in the Arima Kinen. And then after that, that's when her career actually, it doesn't even get hard. I mean, it's still a top 3. It's just the last 2 are actual, you got to win finally. You got to get top 2 then top 1. So very, very, very forgiving career compared to a lot of the other trainees. And then also if you go to details, hers is speed and power, which is amazing. Because then you can do 4 speed supports and 2 power supports. And then you'll easily be able to get 1100 speed, 600 power. Or you can try to do the 4 speed cards and 2 stamina cards. And then try to get 1100 speed, 600 stamina, 600 power, which is, hard to get without good support cards and good sparks backing you up, though. But or you could do 3 speed, 3 stamina, and see if you can get 600, 600, 600. So she's also good for that spread as well. Now any of these, you can also try to get 600 wit if you want to try to get that spark for some reason. But if you're trying to get the gut spark for some reason, I don't know why you would want that one, Haru Urara is going to be the best one. You just grind that one out. But between all 4 of these characters, you'll be able to get your starting 6 lineages that have 3-star stats, and potentially, if you're lucky, you also get 3-star of something else, or even 2-star. So, like, if I had 3-star speed and 2-star of, turf or pace or something like that, I'll be happy, right? But, I mean, some of you will get lucky. Some of you someday will get, 3-star of speed, let's say, and 3-star of pace or something on the same trainee, same legacy. And that's great. But that's like the name of the game, right? You got to farm that out. It takes a long time. And then in the long run, like talking, 6 to 12 months from now, eventually, as you get more and more of the 3-star trainees unlocked, you're only going to want to use them because they'll give you the green sparks, which is their unique ability, gets passed on to the child, basically, the trainee. And that's when it's like you're going for the end game there. But I tell you right now, if you just take these weak ones and use them to quickly get some 3 stars for stats that you want, it's going to make your life way easier. Because like right now, without good sparks, it's very possible to get unlucky and be only... If you're not far enough ahead, what can happen is you can get to a race where you're number 1 favored to win, and you come in last place because you had like a 2% chance of losing. But if you had all your sparks at level 3 for stats, you get to that point, instead of being a 2% chance to lose on a number 1 favored to win, you would be at like a 0.5% chance to lose or something. So it makes it, because you don't want to have to burn through all your alarm clocks in order to, you know, fight bad luck with dumb crap like that, especially if you're playing a lot, like 10 careers a day or something like that. So I do highly recommend trying to get your 3-star sparks to start off with these 4 characters, and then after that, then you start going for 3-star only with those as the parents backing them up, and then work your way up. I think it'll be faster, more consistent, more reliable. It also depends, because some of you aren't even going to play the game long enough to get to the point where you're min-maxing the 3-star trainees to try to get ultimate, you know, legacies, but still, I think it's probably the fastest way to go, and it's the quickest way to get up to speed with all 3 stars. So hopefully it helped you out, guys. I want to make a guide showing this. I looked through all the trainees and tested a bunch of them, and this is what I came up with so far. If I come up with a better solution or something like that, I'll post about it. But for now, this is what I got. Hopefully it helped you out, guys. Now you know the top 4 fastest characters I found so far to train up 3-star sparks early game in Uma Musume Pretty Derby.